This exercise is the easiest and most simple way to understand the law of assumption and how to apply the law of assumption, because Neville Goddard said this better than everybody else. Okay, so how do you create using the law of assumption? You assume something that you want to have as already being true in your reality right now. Like, you already have this. You figure out what it is. I want a new house. I want a new relationship. I want a new physique. I want a brand new car. I want something, I want to have better health, whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life. The law of assumption states, and so does Neville Goddard, that you assume this reality over the reality in which you live right now. Like, even if your reality is not showing you that, your three-dimensional simulation is not showing you your results right now, it's actually completely contradicting it. You still stay in your wish fulfilled. But most people have so much difficulty doing this. But in this video, I'm going to give you an exercise that's going to make this super simple for you to do this. And I like to call this exercise the in-camera exercise, because you are going to use this as though you are already being filmed and you are already the person that you desire to be, because this is essentially what Neville Goddard was teaching, and this is what will take you to that next level and change your life completely. Because when you change your concept of yourself, your world has to reflect that change. So if your concept of yourself right now was successful, healthy, wealthy, wise, everything was working out for you perfectly, and that was who you were right now, and you felt that to be true, then it has to materialize in your world, right? So if you are on camera, or you start pretending like you're on camera from the moment you wake up in the morning till the moment you go to sleep at night, and you start to focus your attention on this, your life, you have to portray this person that already has everything that you desire. So you have to this is the fundamental principle of the law of assumption, acting as if you already have what you desire to have. And when you think you're on camera, and say there's 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people watching you, okay? And you have to portray this character throughout your day as if you are that person that is healthy, wealthy, rich, wise, has everything that they ever desired in their life. And you are that being right now, and you play pretend that you have a camera on you from the moment you get up. So ask yourself this. You're going to act completely different when this happens, okay? But ask yourself this. You're on camera in the morning, you wake up. Generally, what's your normal routine? Maybe you kind of lay in bed, you hit the snooze button 3 or 4 times. If it's really early, say you're waking up at 4 or 5, you hit the snooze button a couple times, at least once. You're hitting the snooze at least once, okay? But if you're on camera and you're becoming the new concept of yourself that's successful, wise, healthy, wealthy, everything, okay? That version of you on camera, you're on camera, doesn't hit the snooze button. They get up immediately, okay? Maybe they hit 50 squats, do 50 push-ups as soon as they get up in the morning. They do some affirmations, or they do some fasted cardio. They're doing something to impress their audience, because they are this concept of themselves now. So you transform yourself into this new version of you. So now that you're on film, you're doing everything a successful person would do. Now you feel like you're on film as 1,000. You pretend that this is happening, okay? This is going to help assist you to become the version of yourself that is successful. So now you're not going to be wasting your time anymore. You're not going to be watching the news. You're not going to be sitting there on your phone scrolling through, reels or social media, or wasting any of your time now, because your audience is watching. You're on camera, okay? And you're trying to impress you. So you're trying to do everything you possibly can to be in that wish fulfilled, to be in that new concept of yourself. You're not going to be scrolling. You're not going to be wasting time. You're not going to be eating unhealthy foods. You're going to start fixing all of your habits, because they're watching. They're watching. You're on camera. The in-camera exercise. This is going to put you in the state of your wish fulfilled. Change your state of consciousness. You're going to start changing your assumptions within this state. And you're now going to convince and trick yourself that you are now this new being. So when you do this, you might do this just for one day. And if you can maintain this for even one day, the version of yourself that you're going to fall asleep with, you're going to have all new habits. You're going to start developing a new concept of yourself and fall asleep and impress the subconscious mind with a new version of yourself without even having to visualize anything. Because you are now developing a new routine, new habits, a very rich, successful version of yourself with great habits in their life. And you're being monitored because you're always on camera. And what this is also going to do is improve your present moment awareness throughout the day, because you have to remind yourself you're always on camera. You have to be present. You have to be intentional. You have to be powerful all day long, because the camera is on you. Everything that you do is the new version of you. You figure out this version of yourself, and that's the version that you are portraying in front of this camera, and this camera is always watching you, okay? So you have to eliminate all of your bad habits now. Now you are forced to do this because, I mean, I've done this with people before, okay? Like, I'll be around friends or family members or something, and all of a sudden I'll turn on a camera and I'll start filming them, and they instantly change who they are. It's just like they're not in their natural state anymore. Like, they're just sitting there, they're eating unhealthy food or something. All of a sudden I start filming them. They want to put the food away. They want to hide it. They want to hide that old version of themselves and become somebody new. They're like, oh, then they try to sit up straight. They try to change the way they look. They try to look better because they're on camera, right? They're trying to impress people that potentially may watch that video and think something about that person. But if you were to think that you're always on camera, you're always going to portray this version of yourself, okay? This version of yourself is not going to eat these foods that are unhealthy and have all these bad habits and scroll through social media. They're going to be doing everything they need to do to get stuff done. They're not going to be wasting any time anymore because time is now valuable. When you're in the present moment, you're being filmed, you're making sure that every moment counts because you know that other people are watching you. And you step into this new concept of yourself. You try it. You can try this with somebody that you know. Turn a camera on and film somebody you know. They're going to instantly change who they are. They're going to instantly change. They're all of a sudden going to get maybe anxious or nervous, or they're going to try to change something about themselves and be like, why are you doing that? Why don't you just be yourself? Because that's not who you want to be. Because your concept of yourself is not where you want it to be. That's why you feel like you need to change when the camera comes on. But who are you really? The version of when I turn that camera on, that's the version of yourself that you want to be. Because if you're eating ice cream sandwiches, honey buns, or Hot Pockets or something, watching Netflix, and I come in filming, you're not going to want the world to see that. Because that's not the version of yourself you want everyone to see. But that's why your world is the way that it is, okay? That's why your world isn't generating the income that you want. And things aren't working out the way that you want them to, and that's why you're potentially in debt and you're working, week to week and things like that. You're not super successful yet, but you can make this transition and change this. And this is one thing that I went through when I was in prison, because I dealt with something like this. It wasn't exactly like this where I felt like I was on camera, but kind of, because I shared. It was like warehousing in prison where I am. Okay, where they would warehouse you in this big room with 80 other prisoners. And there's no privacy, there's no nothing. So everyone can see everything you're doing. And that's what they judge you by. And that's what your survival is based on. Who are you? And everybody can see everything you do. So if you don't take a shower every day, you're not working out, you're not being productive, you're not making your bed, you're not cleaning up, you're not a healthy person, and you're weak, you're laying around all day, you're not exercising, you're a target. They're coming for you, okay? And so you have to step into a new concept of yourself, change your habits, get up early, exercise, wake up, do squats, do push-ups, do burpees. You're doing everything correct. You got a job, you're cleaning up everything. Everything's really tidy. You're keeping everything clean and organized. And people respect that. The prisoners that may want to rob you, they see the kind of person that you are, that you're like a machine, okay? You're working out. You have great cardio. You keep everything organized and clean. You're on point with everything. They're not going to come after you in this state, okay? This is maybe a different kind of example. But what I'm saying is, this is the same sort of thing. I thought I was being watched. And before I went to prison, I wasn't very disciplined. I wasn't a disciplined person that was doing this. I wouldn't wake up at the same time every day. I didn't have good daily habits. But when I went there, I had to. It was life or death. Okay, so I became a different person while I'm in there. And that's why I can come out here now and be super successful in the real world, is because of the person that I developed, because I thought I was being watched all the time, and it was like life and death for me. But it was like the in-camera type exercise that I was on for 8.5 years. Everybody's watching. Everybody's determining who you are. They're all watching you, okay? And when you feel like other people are watching and monitoring you, you want to up your game. You want to be somebody new. You want to change your concept of yourself. In my situation, it was life or death. Yours, you're just on camera and other people can see, but you don't want people to see those bad sides of you. But those bad sides of you are the reason why your life is the way that it is right now. When you start getting rid of that stuff, all that stuff within your reality, the simulation is going to change too. And then you can evidence this yourself just by thinking about times where you've been on camera. when somebody had a camera on you, you're instantly trying to change yourself. You're trying to be the person that you think people will look up to and people that will respect you and people that will love you, by what they see about you. So if you start doing that all the time, you develop a new set of habits. And over time, it can even happen in one day if you do this. You're changing your concept of yourself. You're changing your states of consciousness. You're developing new habits that are impressed into the subconscious mind. And before you know it, you're going to be that person. You're going to be the person that doesn't waste time anymore, the person that doesn't hit the snooze button, the person that gets up, that works out, that gets things done, that works, so much and loves what they do, okay? Over time, everything just becomes easy in this state, and you're just a super productive person that just can attract whatever they want. But the main purpose of this is to live in your wish fulfilled, okay? And that's what you're doing. You're becoming the version of you that is successful. By getting rid of all those other habits, the bad habits. Sometimes you don't need to focus on the things you need to be doing. It's about the things that you should not be doing, okay? And all of your bad habits, once those things are eliminated, then you're acting congruent with a successful version of yourself. And most people don't understand this. They're like, what do I do? What do I do? It's not about what you're doing. It's about what you should not be doing. And when you feel like you're on camera, you're going to automatically start eliminating the things that you shouldn't be doing because people are watching you. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. I don't want to hit snooze. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to lay around. I'm not going to waste time anymore. I'm going to make sure that I'm tidy. Everything's organized and clean. Because you do that in your own house. Like, if people are coming over to your house, you start cleaning up. You start cleaning house because your house isn't clean. You got your friends or family coming over or other people coming over to your house. All of a sudden, you got to clean up this, and this. Well, what if you were like that all the time and you didn't have to clean up, but that was just who you were, and your house and everything, like how you design your entire life was always ready for that. It was always designed professionally and organized and clean and concise with really good habits. So this is an exercise, okay? This is the exercise, the in-camera exercise where it changes your self-concept. This is a very powerful principle to using the law of assumption because you are now acting as if you are somebody successful simply by pretending that you're on camera. You're going to change all of your bad habits because it's not about what you should be doing to be successful. It's about what you should not be doing to be successful, okay? And a lot of that time is just changing your bad habits. You start changing your bad habits, all of a sudden, you're going to know what to do because now all of your time is going to be directed towards productivity and investing in your own mind and all of your time is going to be invested now. And you're going to become successful. It's going to be attracted to you now because you're in your wish fulfilled. And now when you go to sleep at night, after you start doing this, you're going to create new feeling states because now you've been doing everything you've always wanted to do. You got good daily habits. You're not doing any of those things anymore. Now you have habitually changed your concept of yourself to be this successful version of you that doesn't waste their time anymore. So then you fall asleep with this. Then the subconscious mind feels this, the reception of that, and you change what you consent to being true of your world because you feel more confident now. Now you feel deserving of better things happening to you because you're like, wait a minute, I don't waste my time anymore. I don't eat these foods anymore. I don't scroll on social media anymore. I don't do instant gratification anymore. I'm a very successful person. I'm a successful person, and you believe it. Because that's who you are now, because of the in-camera exercise. You're like, I'm successful. Like I don't even have to convince myself of that. I can just fall asleep because of everything that I just did today. And you do that over a short period of time, it's going to develop you into this. It's going to change your concept of yourself, and your world has to reflect that change. That's the principle of the law of assumption. Okay, so if you do this exercise, your life will dramatically change, but you just have to do it. And this is essentially everything that I have already completed in my own life, is why I can create the things that I want to create. And there's even other channels and other people that think that I'm an AI bot. They literally think I'm artificial intelligence because of the success that I've had in this space. In the law of assumption, I have like 430,000 subscribers in 3 years, and they don't think that that's possible, that I have to be an AI bot to produce this much content all the time. It's because of the person of doing this exercise that I'm teaching you right now. These habits that I've developed this new concept of myself through this same routine that I'm giving you today, to where people are going to start thinking that you're an AI bot because you're so successful. People are like, there's no way this dude's human. There's no way this person's human, because they're just killing it out there. There's YouTube channels right now that are saying that I'm an AI bot, and all these people think that I'm AI. But I'm an actual person. But I guess that's a compliment because of just the version that I've created of myself, to where I'm just relentless and I love what I do. And it also proves that what I teach works. Okay, if I can create this much success, If that's what you want to find, you want to find somebody that has success and they can and figure out what they're doing and then do those things yourself in order to find that same success that they have. Okay. You want to find somebody that has the success you want and then have them teach you that. And that's what I'm doing in this video. So if you start practicing this, people are also going to think you're an AI bot, and they're going to start really, really thinking that because you're doing so well, you're so explosive and everything. But it's a compliment. It is a compliment, but anyone else can achieve this. I love you guys. I'm gonna link a card on the screen to a free sleep meditation that's also gonna help you fall asleep in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.